AI. We all use it for pretty much anything, but can it create a F1 track? Let's find out. I'll be making this track in Blender as a mod for Assetto Corsa. But first, we need a layout. So to make this AI track, I got ChatGPT to make a layout. And as you can see, we had some questionable results. What is this? After giving it a bit of help, we finally arrived on a drivable layout. So I imported it into Blender as a reference and added a road mesh following ChatGPT's track. Now looking at this, it looks interesting. After connecting the mesh, it's time to test drive. Jumping into the sim, the track was definitely interesting. Turn 1 to 3 was okay, but the rest of the track, let's just say you didn't really need the brake pedal. It was pretty much all flat out. Well, almost flat out. And that wouldn't be the last taste of fresh air. Hopping back into Blender, I made the road narrower, so it's only 11 meters wide, which should invite some more interesting racing, and I also readjusted turn 1 so it's more of a corner. Now it's time to make the grass. Thankfully this didn't take me too long, as I'm just offset extruding to try and keep the geometry as neat as possible. More on this in the future. To stay true to ChatGPT's dreams, I tried to match the elevation profile it lovingly provided. Although this doesn't look like much, it'll look a lot bigger in Assetto Corsa later on. Now that we have some terrain, it's starting to look more and more like a racetrack. With the landscaping done, it's curb time. My goal was to make the entry curb for turn 1 the braking marker, like all the pro tracks. Keep watching to see if it worked. But I'm sure, as you could imagine, this gets quite tedious, so we're going to do the rest of the curbs like this. Jumping back into the sim, the track is, well, more track-like. Turn 1, 2 and 3 are very nice, but the rest of the track is, well, still flat out. So we'll call that a feature. The first F1 track where you don't need a brake pedal. Just look at the top speeds, 345 kilometers an hour without active aero, foot to the floor, all flat out. Speaking of flat out, the last 2 corners are just about flat out, so I have a good idea to make it a bit more interesting with the barriers. Back into Blender, I'm placing the barriers close enough to be interesting, but not too close to get a street circuit vibe. I'm aiming for a more permanent circuit style. Similar to the curbs, this gets quite tedious, so we're going to do the rest of them like this. Let's just say it's a very time-effective pit lane. Remember this corner? Now to increase the safety rating, I'll add a few sand traps so you don't fly off at the barriers at 350 kilometers an hour. They should help you slow down. I also added this grass banner, and this pit building I made, which looks very nice, and the starting slots. Then I placed some props around the pits to make it feel less deserted, and then I added the starting lights and some general advertising bridges. Now to take this track from open field to F1 track, I added some audience stands all around the track to make it feel more realistic. I then added these crane things anywhere that I thought suited them. I then changed the barriers to have more appropriate AI F1 branding. I then added this F1 paddock looking thing in the middle of absolutely nowhere with some tents, cars, toilets, and emergency services. Now that the paddock's done, it's time to place the trees. As you can see, the first image ChatGPT generated was in the middle of a forest, so that's exactly what we're gonna do. Tree after tree, the track was starting to turn into something amazing. So after placing literal thousands of trees, 6,731 to be exact, the track is finally ready for the hot lap. Now if you want to race on this track against AI, you can. There's been a 10% discount code for my Patreon hidden in the build process, link in description. But if you made it this far, here's a 5% discount code to use at checkout. This track is definitely a lot better with other cars. Battery management is key. But on that note, if you did like the video, consider subscribing and leave a like. And we will be trying this again soon, so make sure you're subscribed to that. And on that note, we'll see you on the next one. Goodbye.